Hi everyone. What we got here are two RPC Customs, which you've seen the photos of if you follow the page, because the photo review goes up before the videos go up on YouTube. This is one of the bats. Let's turn that around. This here, specification given was make me a bat that you would give to your pro players, and emails were exchanged between the owner and Rob Pat Cricket, and Rob clarified, so you want me to make you a bat that I give to a pro player, one of my players? And he said I can do that, but are you talking about a pretty bat or the type of bat they'll actually use, a bat that's going to go? So obviously the latter was chosen. So this is one of the bats that was made specifically for him. The brief was 212, and these have both come out a bit heavier, but they pick up roughly around 212, and the balance is really nice on them. So what we got here is about with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grains. A little bit of marbling down the bottom, marbling here, 26mm toe, 35 to 36mm edge, 62mm spine, and 14 to 15mm shoulder. You can see here the willow has been basically pushed down towards the hitting area. So somebody who's a front foot bully is going to be hitting predominantly around this area here. And this is the type of bat that Rob has made with this one. So you've got a spine that peaks very low, and the edge peaks slightly, well, almost above it. You can see them sort of rising together, but this one drops sharply towards the toe to cut a bit of weight out. So probably a mid-low position, middle you would argue there. The bats have been prepared by Rob. He has actually explained to me since my last review that's not a wave, because I thought Blue Room they were all waves. That's actually a wood shaving. So Rob has actually prepared this. He does a really wonderful job rounding those edges. If I put it this way and try not to knock the microphone out like that this time, you can see those edges have all been boned on both sides, nice and rounded through there. He's put his special brew oil on, which I don't know what's in it, but I can only imagine you're not supposed to drink it. The stickers themselves are the same as before, just with the little custom label put here instead of the one previously. So these are a matte finish. There's a little bit of texture there for the lettering, but no embossing. That's like a shinier piece there. Nice quality. Coil grip, really thick. These weigh 2.2 ounces. So that helps to balance the bat properly. The handle shape on both of them is round at the top, and down the bottom is a between semi-oval and oval handle, I would say. With these coil grips it makes it feel really thick, but they're not so thick that I can't touch my fingers with my thumb. So they feel quite natural in the hands. I don't mind these coil grips. You can't really buy them on the market anymore, but they are much heavier. So you don't really need to look for a second grip, and if you like a thinner style grip, you can obviously change them, but that may influence the balance of the bat. I'm going to put that one down, and we're going to take a look at the second bat. This is the one that I like. This is a totally different shape. A much higher middle on this one, so in comparing it to the one before, you can see the difference in middle peak, with the spine peaking much lower, extending further down on the other one. The edge pretty much, well, it slightly peaks, but it's pretty much the whole bat, and it peaks at 37 because it's got a flat face which is actually heavily boned. You can see there just how well rounded those edges are, just to protect them from damage. So 37, just under 62 mil here, Peaks much higher, as you can see there, but because that edge just basically just keeps going, pretty much the whole hitting area hits from here all the way to here. You've got a two-tone bat, over 50% heartwood, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 uneven grains, but straight. So yeah, I like this bat a lot. 3 centimetre at the peak of the toe, and that spine does run into the toe, and 2 centimetres up here at the shoulder, so it's half a centimetre taller than the other one. It's absolutely huge, and that amount of willow that's left down here helps to balance the bat. This one is only actually half an ounce heavier than the other one, but it picks up much nicer in the hands, which I like. Picking that one up. They're very similar, to be honest. This one's half an ounce lighter, but it's still, I mean, you could basically pick either one up and go with them. What else? Both of them have some sculpting to reduce weight. This one's about 2 mil, 2.5 on that side. This one here is maybe under 2 mil, slightly less on this one. So that one's a little bit fuller with a taller spine but lower edges. This one's got more scalloping with taller edges, shallower spine, but that spine is just peaks so much higher in the blade. Much more preferable for Australian conditions, I would say. Or if you're playing on concrete with matting or something like that, you want a higher middle. So let's tap this one up first. So I've already done this review before, I know how both of them tap up. So this has, it feels like it's ready to go. Obviously all that wood down in this area, this is where it's strongest, down here. But it's still got, because of the spine running all the way up to the handle and down almost through the toe. It's just really the press. The press is really well done. It means that you've got a really long, wide hitting area. So really nice, that one. Both bats were slightly softer willow from what I was told, so these are the sort of bats that a pro would get. So you can hear immediately it's got a deeper sound than the other one. Right there. Remember, this one's spine is not as tall as the other one, slightly less. Not really a lot happening down here. And now we're getting up into the hitting area. Much higher. So much higher middle. But it doesn't extend as low. So really from here all the way to here. Having bounced a ball on it, this one feels a lot harder, as you'll see when we bounce the ball on them. So overall, very impressed. The finishing on all the bats is really nice. If you can see that there, both of them are really well finished. And turn it around and I'll bounce the balls on them. Okay, so I'm starting with the curved face bat. One with the really extreme bow and all sapwood, 4-piece. Have to be very careful with that round face. Going very nicely. It does have the usual preparation Rob does, rounding the edges, oiling, scuffing, and then not sure if this gets an extra press. But you pretty much, I would say, could go out and use these bats straight away. We'll do the Duke straight away on this one. So instantly you can hear that hardness, but the ball is pinging. That's the difference in the ball and the age. But normally you can hear a lot more of what's going on with the bat. So more mid-low, this one. Mid's okay. Not really going to do much up here. So overall, very nice bat. It needs play in. As I've said to somebody before, this whole thing that I do is just sort of giving you guys an idea of what's available on the market. But I don't equate anything I do in these reviews to actually knowing how they're going to play in a game. It's like being at a car showroom and walking around taking photos and kicking the tyres, maybe revving the engine. This is the one with the huge dimensions at the top and bottom, which should extend the middle. 4-piece. Needs playing in again. Nice. And we'll see if there's any big difference in the sound we bounce the Dukes. Yeah. This is a sensation. As I expected, there are some seam marks on the face, and this one sounded a bit harder, but the actual indentations are quite the same. It's just a different willow, quite honestly. It's not, the sound is not going to really make a difference to how it's going to perform in the game, and you can tell immediately when you bounce this one. It's got some action there, especially down low, but it's not performing the same as this bat, which is the flat face one. That just goes off. And once that's played in, I don't know if that will play in a lot more than what it is, to be honest. I think that's pretty much there. So a little bit harder, a little bit closer to being match ready. So that's the review completed. These are both with me for a little bit of preparation. You've got the old sapwood one with the round camber face, 6mm camber. You've got the heartwood bat with the flat face, slightly bigger edges, heavy boning on the edges because they're just flat face, which is really good, really nice labels and grips and excellent finishing. So thank you very much to the owner for sending these two for me for review. And also well done to Rob Pat Cricket. Excellent bat making skills. Thanks everyone.